Hi guys and welcome back. Today we need to talk about a new narrative that is here emerging, making us potentially a lot of money if you go and position yourself right now. And of course, we're also going to talk about Bitcoin because also here are really important developments that we need to cover today. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video and activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates, even on a Sunday. And now let me show you where we can make some good money here. Let's start off with the Bitcoin chart because the Bitcoin chart is looking really beautifully on the weekly chart because today we're going to confirm the buy signal on the stochastic RSI and also the break of $65,400. Once we have confirmed both, expect next week another move to the upside to potentially $70,000 based on what we are seeing here on this weekly chart. And I also want to remember you, once we are breaking above $67,400, there will be another acceleration to the $70,000 level. So make sure that you position yourself right now in Bitcoin if you want to trade Bitcoin, because otherwise you're going to miss that almost $3,000 move. And I'm going to show you here in a moment where I would enter Bitcoin. Here on the Bitcoin CME chart, also something really interesting that I wanted to point out here is that we are currently trading around the closing price of Friday's CME market. If we can stay around this level for another 10 hours, then we will not have a CME gap, which would be bullish, in my opinion, right now, and also lead to continuation, immediate continuation to the upside without any retracement. If Bitcoin starts moving now, before the CME opens to $70,000, then I believe we will have this massive CME gap from the closing of Friday to let it even only go here to 68,500. We go maybe to 70. So then we have here this CME gap below us that we're most likely going to fill once we are trying to break above $70,000, come back, fill it, and only then go here to the upside. So be aware of that, So if we don't get a CME gap or it's really, really small, like $50, $100, most likely we are not going to fill it immediately and we go first to $70,000 before we see that getting filled. If you see price trading way above Friday's closing price here, then between Monday and Tuesday, the CME gap will get filled if we have one. But for now, it's fine. We don't have one if we keep trading around these levels. So, and here is the next trade setup that I mentioned now for 2 days already that I'm looking at. So personally, I entered this already based off the last 12-hourly close here at $67,400. $300 would have been the entry. That is more or less also the entry that I took, and the target is all the way up here at $74,500. Right now, my take profit point is set at $72,000 approximately, just because I want to see what's happening when we get into this bigger resistance here on the 12-hourly chart. Here on the daily and on this 12-hourly chart, we are just starting to break out of this big bull flag pattern that we have formed over weeks now. I don't expect an immediate impulsive move here to the upside, even though it could happen, because that was for a long time now resistance, this downward sloping trend. But if we can manage to get to $67,500 again here, I expect that we're going to see a short squeeze, and that could lead to a big impulsive move on a 12-hourly here to the upside. So make sure that you are watching what's happening about around $67,400, $500. Here on this 1 hourly chart, you get a better understanding why I actually entered this trade. I entered this trade here in this move here above because I believe that from here we are breaking out, and it would have been perfectly within the best time window, the optimal time window for this breakout. And here you saw we initially broke out here to $67,750 and came straight back into this ascending triangle formation. And now we are kind of playing jumping rope around this $67,250 level, which is here the horizontal resistance of that ascending triangle. Once we establish a break above that, and also especially here above the golden ratio, that we get a 1 hourly close above that, I think Bitcoin will not come back, and we will keep going up. So that is also something that you should know. And yeah, so maybe I jumped the gun here a little bit too early. My stop loss is here slightly under this ascending triangle right now, just to protect me if we come down here. Actually, I'm gonna set one just under the 50 moving average here at $66,750. So if it goes to 66,600, that is where I'm gonna set my stop loss, because then it broke the upward sloping trend line and below the 50 moving average. If we close a candle below that, that will be bearish here in the short term for Bitcoin. Right now, of course, the position is a little bit underwater. I'm not gonna lie, So oh, that's my Solana position. Let's go to Bitcoin. Yeah, you see, I'm here $400 right now underwater because I entered it here in that resistance area. But like I said, for now that's fine for me. The last trade was working out quite well, so I sold here, I bought down here somewhere in this area, but way earlier, so I cannot go back as far where I bought because it's not showing, so if I go here back, it won't show. Oh yeah, it just doesn't show where I bought the last time. Really strange, guys. But yeah, so the last time I bought somewhere down here, and then I sold up here. Now I bought again because I believe that we are again going higher, and that's the next time where I'm going to sell here at the $72,000 level. When it comes to the 4 hourly chart with our liquidation levels, then you see that we are right now doing exactly what I was mentioning yesterday, that the Bitcoin price is starting to move sideways out of this rising wedge. But again, we have the horizontal resistance, $67,500 that we need to break. Only if we break that, we can start ignoring this rising wedge, or if we have an extensive period here of sideways movement, start to ignoring it. Right now we need to pay attention because if we see a break under 66,600 here again, that level, then we're going to see a long liquidation to the downside, most likely going back to like $64,000, and from there find support and go back to the upside. Why do I say 64? Because down here, if I draw a line like this, you see there is some support, because here in the past it was resistance, here all over resistance, here it was support, and now it should act again as support if we would come down here, and we're gonna see a move back to the upside. Break $67,500 and we start liquidating all these shorts that are sitting up here from 67,500 to around 68,900. Once these levels are cleared, there's not really a lot Bitcoin stopping to go to the next level of $71,300. And that is also more or less what we are seeing here on the liquidation levels. So here at $67,700, there is a lot of concentrated short liquidation right now. Once we are tapping into this, we should see a short squeeze all the way up to like 68, and from there trigger some cascading short liquidations all the way up to like 68,600, and then we have long time nothing until we move here like to 69,400 approximately. So if we break it to the downside and lose 66,900, then we most likely move straight to 66,600, and from there could go all the way down to 65,400. And then if we would break lower than that, you see is also a lot of nothing until like 64,600. But again, taking out here $66,900 might be in the cards right now, the way the price is acting, but lower, we have to wait and see, So we could also create a CME gap below Friday's closing. That would be bullish for us. Then price has to come back up, and then most likely from there we are pushing then way higher. Now here on the weekly chart, so here on a monthly, we have a lot of liquidity sitting below us, but don't get me wrong, there is still a lot of liquidity also sitting above us, you know. So even though we have here some, I don't know. So if I count this, here's like approximately $1 billion, maybe more, to all the way down to like $63,000. But I know if I go here to a higher time frame, yeah, look at this. So here was just $1 billion. So here is almost $3 billion between 71, $500 and $700. And also here, just above us. So here, there's so much. So here must still be like, if I had to guess, I would say almost $10 billion worth of short liquidations if you push now to $75,000. So, and below us is not as much. Okay, there's like, oh, there was $1 billion. So 1.6, 2, 4, yeah, 4. It's like 8 billion if we would break to $60,000. But I think there's like 10 or 12 to the upside. Again, that shows us also by the concentrated areas here in yellow, that the direction to the upside is still favored here based on the short liquidation levels. And yeah, once we're tapping into these hot areas here, again, $67,400, $500, that will trigger a short squeeze to around $70,000 based on this chart here. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade anywhere with me together, trade on BLOFIN, you still get a ROLEX there and $7,500 plus 10% cashback. Otherwise, trade on BYBIT. Like I said, I have a trade running here on BYBIT right now on Bitcoin, slightly in a loss, but that's fine. And also on Margex, I'm trading right now. There you can trade without any KYC. And if you cannot use BYBIT, use BITGET or Phemex, especially if you are in the US or in the UK. They are amazing exchanges. Phemex also up to $9,000 and bonus is still available. And on FAIRDESK, if you want to copy trade me, $120,000, the highest bonus in the industry if you want to copy trade. And all these links are in the pinned comment below and in the description of this video. And you would support massively the channel for using these. And something else that I want to show you on BYBIT real quick. If you're not convinced to go there, right now they have here a campaign. If you stake some Notcoin, USDT, or TON, then you can participate here in the launch pool of Notcoin. That only lasts until the 23rd of May, so do it now. And how it works is that they have here a reward pool of a total of 256 million Notcoin. You need to stake at least 50,000 Notcoin and up to 2 million to participate in this. And here are the other requirements to the launch pool of Notcoin. If you want to take part here, for example, on TON, that is not a lot, guys. You know, so if you stake at least here $100 worth, $150 worth of TON, you can participate. Or here USDT $100 worth, you potentially get some Notcoin airdropped afterwards. You know, so take advantage of that while it's lasting. So here on BLOFIN, if I'm still logged in here on BLOFIN, so here's still my R&DR position, slightly in a profit right now here, 41%, 40%. We were way higher earlier already. Then on Margex, my new link position, oh wow, that came down a lot. That was actually up over $2,000 earlier. It's because Bitcoin is dropping right now a little bit, but that's fine. And also, as you can see here, my new Bitcoin trade, I posted it here. So I opened around 63,400, 72,000. My SL is 66. So, and I use 31. So the same that I have used here. So again, the link to the spreadsheet is also in the description under the Discord link if you want to check this out. And now let me go here into some other charts. So here's something happening right now that we don't want to see when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance, and that is the Bitcoin dominance bouncing back to the upside within the rising wedge. So here, best case scenario, what we want to see now tomorrow is that the dominance keeps coming down and Bitcoin keeps going up like we did this 2 days ago and also yesterday. We don't want to see a break here above 55.3. That would also be a break out of this upward sloping trend. Resistance line here on the Bitcoin dominance, that's not what we want to see here right now. We want to see the Bitcoin break $67,300, and at the same time the dominance starts going down and break this upward sloping support here of that rising wedge at 55.8%, and then keeps dropping into lower levels. But for now, also keep watching the 56.3% level. If we break above that, I might get out of my trades if Bitcoin keeps dropping here lower. Then the total market cap is at a good level here. I just want that we close around this level today, because then next week we want to see another push to the upside, which will lead to higher prices in altcoins overall. The USDT dominance is exactly where we want it to be. Just something that I want to point out here, what we don't want is that we are breaking above the 4.75% level here again. We want to close where we are right now, and then tomorrow see a strong rejection to the downside. Something else that I wanted to show you, but forgot to pull up the chart for that, basically the tweet for it, but it doesn't matter. Just gonna mention it. On Friday, I think it was Friday or yesterday, Tether minted again $1 billion worth of USDT. The last time Tether did this, Bitcoin went to a new all-time high. So be aware of that. And also, no, sorry guys, I don't want to say something wrong. The last time that we did this, we went to, I think it was $72,000. So here, yeah, almost $73,000. So Tether minted down here, and then we went to $73,000. So now we minted here. Most likely we are pushing higher, because the last time we were a little bit lower than now. So we could go higher than the last time when Tether minted $1 billion. So just something that I wanted to mention that caught my eye earlier on Twitter. When we're looking at Ethereum, when it comes to Ethereum, we only want to see that we are holding the current level, because we are within the EMA ribbon. We don't want to lose the $3,050 level, 70 level actually, because that is right now the mid band of the EMA ribbon. If we're losing that, most likely we're going to retest the lower end and gonna lose the EMA ribbon, and will trade again below the EMA ribbon. We just want to see one close above $3,130. That would be the confirmation that Ethereum is absolutely ready to break it to the upside. As long as we're not doing that, we need to be a little bit careful. I would not open a new Ethereum position for the time being, even though for spot it might be a good moment, because we are just testing the upper end of the EMA ribbon on the weekly chart, and the stochastic is flatlining here, most likely giving us a buy signal with today's weekly close, and the RSI is also pointing to the upside. So here also the momentum is coming back to push it to the upside, but most likely it's going to happen next week. So we could get a better entry, 1-2%, but for a swing position, it doesn't really matter. For a swing position, I would say buy now. Only for a short-term position, I would maybe wait of a retest of like $3,000 if you get it. If not, then buy at $3,130. So I would wait for that. Then Solana, Solana is moving a little bit to the downside, but it looks like that we are recovering here right now. So also here, I would not be too concerned with the current position that I'm holding. We are just 1% underwater right now. Here, I was pointing out that we had that rising wedge, but we are holding the first take profit area as support for the time being. So as long as we are holding that, I'm not really concerned what's happening with Solana, and I expect that we bounce from here in direction of the $200 level, because the last time we also struggled to keep that level. So after we went to 200, we basically started this downward sloping trend, and then we were struggling for quite a while to come back into these levels. But I think the Solana bulls are going to defend this, and we're going to see a bounce from here. So I'm not really worried about this. Here on this daily chart also, you see here why I'm not really worried, because we are bouncing off the golden ratio. As long as we are holding the golden ratio, we should see continuation to the upside here into a higher levels, because the next bigger resistance is at $191. Once we are clearing that, I believe that we are going straight to $240, $250 for Solana. So, and I might keep actually holding the Solana position that I have currently open. Today, I don't want to talk about fetch. Let's talk about the narrative that is emerging right now, that I had my eye on. And this narrative where we can make a lot of money here on altcoins over the next, let's say, 2-3 weeks approximately, is DOMIANCE. DOMIANCE is one of the decentralized privacy layers or protocols that is gaining a lot of traction here right now. And one of them is ICP. So here I marked out some levels that I would be looking at right now to open an ICP position. I actually had an ICP position earlier. I had an ICP position from, don't let me lie guys, I think from down here all the way up into this resistance area. That's where I closed it the first time. Then I opened a new one in this area here and closed it a little bit prematurely around here because I wanted to take profit at $14, but I had my stop loss down here, you know, so that's so basically when we were here, that's where I set the stop loss, and then it actually turned around and stopped me out. Now in hindsight, was not the worst decision, you know, to do that, because we came now quite a bit down, and I would have most likely round tripped my profits. If we go a little bit lower and we come back to like $12, yeah, basically 1% down, $12.77, $12.60, that would be one of the points where I would dip my toes a little bit back into ICP, especially with the indicators being here soon. But yeah, basically they're bottoming out, you know, so we should get in the next 8 hours here again a buy signal on the stochastic RSI. There is not there's no bullish divergence yet on this 4-hourly chart. So based on that, I would also wait that the RSI goes a little bit sideways here. So that might happen in the next 8 hours, guys, you know, so that's why I'm saying I would not get in now. I would wait a little bit to get here some confirmation based on the indicators, and also I would like to see 1 or 2 more candles bouncing off the $12.78 level or trading above that, and then enter this. And once we are breaking here above $13.18, or yeah, let me put it this way. Once we're breaking above $13.06 and get a 4-hourly close regardless where it is above $13.06, I would open a position. If we come back down into that green zone, and that would be the other area where I would start buying. If we break below that area, then the next area that I would buy would be here, the downward sloping trend that we broke all the way down to $12.20. But I would have a tight stop loss below that around $12.08, lose $12.08 or $12, $12.08 level. That's where I would have my hard stop, and would take the loss that would occur here, you know. So, but if you buy here and we are bouncing back up, then the final area where I would be buying would be here and take profit around $14.11, $14.29. Let's also have a look here with the Fibonacci extension levels, if that would be a good idea. So here actually, so Fibonacci says $15.74. So most likely I would then say TP1 here and TP2 in that golden ratio area up here. So here I would again take 25% off the table, set my stop loss to like $13.50, and then if we do something like this here, then 75% at take profit 2 all the way up here. That's how I would trade this. The next one that I'm looking at is RNDR. So I'm personally already in an RNDR trade since $10 and what is it? $10. Where do I have this? I have this trade actually on FAIRDESK. Let me have a look quick where this is sitting. So FAIRDESK, I opened this trade at there I don't have that trade. Where do I have my R&R trade running? Guys, sometimes I'm so confused because I have so many positions running across multiple. Guys, it is on BLOFIN, you know. So see, I have too many accounts, guys. That's my problem, you know. So here R&R, I entered this at where did I enter this? $9.93. So not the worst worst moment to get into this. So I basically got it. Where did I get this? So I basically entered this at a bounce here. So I think here at this bounce in that red candle is where I caught it. And you saw afterwards we started moving it to the upside. Now got rejected from that resistance at $10.70. Moving a little bit down. As long as we are holding $10.20, I keep holding, guys. You know, so maybe if we drop below that, close a 4-hourly candle below that level, then I gonna cut it and just take the little bit of profit that I made on that, and then most likely I will get another chance to enter this around the $10 mark. But for now, I'm fine with holding, even though the indicator suggests that we should go down. But I think on the higher time frames, we are not looking all too bad here. Yeah, so that's basically the reason why I'm holding this. On the 12-hourly stochastic pointing to the upside, MACD also about to turn bullish. Only the RSI goes a little bit sideways because we have now one red candle here. But like I said, that can change really quickly. And also on the daily, we're about to bottom out here. Based on the indicators. So even though we are going down right now, I believe here over the next 3-4 days, we are going to see here a break above $11, hence why I'm holding this. And here $11.12 and $12.62 and $12.75 are the take profit levels. You know, so if you're not in an R&R position yet, you might get a good opportunity to enter at $10.20. And if it breaks below that, then around the $10 level, like I said, I would look into to add more to this position to trade this then to the upside over the next coming weeks. Another coin that I'm looking at right now is Filecoin. Filecoin here, really easy. I want to see the downward sloping trend to be broken. We got now multiple times rejected from here. Down here might be a good area to start building a position where we are sitting at right now at $5.70 all the way down to like $5.60. That might be a good area here. As long as we are bouncing back from here to the upside, I would hold this position, lose $5 and I would cut this position. So really tight stop loss, but we are bottoming out on the 4-hourly on the stochastic RSI. Once the RSI starts going sideways here, right now it's pointing down, and the MACD is also not super bullish. It's actually bearish right now with the sell signal that we just got 7 hours ago. Once you see here the RSI turning around slowly, that would be the moment where I would start entering, regardless where the price is, you know. So maybe the price is still above $5.70, maybe the price is within that support area here. Regardless where the price is at that time, I would start entering this, because also here on the weekly chart, we are heavily oversold, which is telling me that here also big bounce is coming. And Filecoin has the uncanny ability to move really quickly to the upside, you know. So look here at the last run from this area here. Once we broke $6.33, we basically never came back for a long time and just kept running past $10, you know. So here to the upside, all the way to like almost $12. So yeah, be aware of that, you know. So that can go really quickly. That's why I don't want to miss that, and will enter regardless where the price is once the RSI goes sideways. So then the last two coins here is ARWIF. ARWIF, as long as we are bouncing off here $45 all the way up to $46, I would start buying, because also here things are looking exactly the way how I want them to look for Filecoin. We are starting to pinch it to the upside on the RSI. The stochastic RSI is about to also pinch it to the upside in the next 7 hours. And the MACD is still bearish, but also we are in a falling wedge. So, and if you just want to play it really safe, wait for a break of this downward sloping trend line, resistance line here on the falling wedge at $47.30. But if you want to enter 3% lower, because we are at support, then that is also not the worst idea, guys. So and here I actually have to pull out the Fibonacci extension level because it is the first time that I properly chart this. So let's take this from the last high that we had here to the last lowest low. So you see here's a technical target of $64.77 approximately. And that is quite a jump, So if you enter this now, even only on spot, and you hold this, that is a 41% move to the upside. Imagine you trade this with 10x leverage. That is a 410% move. And you have a really small stop loss. And also because if we move down here, let's say down here to $43.88 there, I would cut this. So 4.87% of a stop loss against over a 40% move to the upside. So definitely worth to take this trade. Then EOS is another one that I'm looking at here based on the 4-hourly chart. Here we are also starting to slowly turn around on the RSI. If you get the chance to enter this around 79 cents and 60, take it. There I would definitely buy it. If we move down here, that will be most likely be a fake out, and we're gonna come straight back up here and start going to the upside. Here my take profit point would be around $1. Same with Ondo the other day. But if you want to play it really safe, wait for a break of like 85 cents here, because here is some major resistance, and you see that here based on the past. Here deviation before we broke to the downside, and here also you see that is a strong key support and resistance flip area here, and will make us some problems on the way to the upside. So you definitely want to see that level to be broken if you want to trade to play this here really safe, So but if you buy down here, you don't really care, So if we bounce a little bit around this area here, you're already up almost 10%. On leverage, you could be up 100% before we break this here. And once we are breaking this, it will go to $1. And just that on the weekly chart, they're looking mostly all the same. So here, okay, that is now a bad example because it's a new coin. But let me go to Arweave. No, Arweave was also a bad example. But here, I think Filecoin was one of them. So here on the weekly, they are most of them look all the same, So a lot of selling pressure here on the MACD that's about to stop because the RSI starts to go sideways and point to the upside, and the stochastic on the bottom flatlining. It is for most altcoins like that. So a big move is coming here over the next 2-3 weeks for a lot of altcoins. That's why I'm telling you, position yourself in certain altcoins, especially in narratives that are about to run. And Deepin might be one of them that is just getting legs and will start running here really soon. Guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'm gonna see you again tomorrow. And just something that I want to mention before you leave, I should have said this earlier. Let me know. I'm gonna make a poll on Telegram and on YouTube on a community post if you want to see me doing daily live streams instead of putting out these videos. Let me know in the comments also here under this video if you see this video till the end.